So hello folks, this is me Aman and today I'm back again with another video. So in this video I'm going to show you 20 extremely useful commands for Windows command prompt that everyone should use, whether you are a programmer, a developer or any other person. You're gonna love it. So I will request you to watch the whole video, and towards the end of the video I will give you some bonus commands as well, and that will definitely blow your mind. Okay, so yes, if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. So yes, without wasting much of the time, let's get into the tutorial. So first, open our Windows command prompt. By pressing Windows and R key, it will open the run window, and in here type cmd that I have already typed and press enter, and it will open your Windows command prompt. Okay, and now in here our first command, that is system info. So it basically displays detailed configuration about your operating system, including your security information, product ID and hardware properties such as RAM, disk space and network cards. So for that, let me run the command, that is system info, and if we press enter, okay, so if we press enter, now you can see here we have bunch of information given here. First, operating system name, that is Microsoft Windows 10 Home, single language. OS version is given, manufacturer given, configuration is given, build type is given, a registered owner is given to, product ID, and if we go to the bottom we can see the RAM as well. In here, total physical memory, that is RAM, and it is 8000 MB approx, that is 8 GB in my laptop. Okay, so system information gives you bunch of information about your system. Here you can see the system model information, system model information as well, and which is Vivo Book, Asus laptop and the model number. Okay, so through this command you can have information about your operating system. Okay, so yes, and now let's move to the other command. So before that, let me clear the screen of Windows command prompt so we can run the command, that is cls, for clearing the screen, and press enter. It would clear the screen for you. Okay, and the next command is dir. So it basically used to display list of files and folders containing inside the folder that you are currently working on. So as you can see, I am in my C drive, and in C drive I am in users, and in users I am in my user account, that is AP289. So if I type here dir, it will list the directories present inside the AP289, which is my user account. Okay, if I show you through here, let me go to first to my operating system, and in here I go to users, and in here go to AP289. So you can see we have all these directories present in the user. Okay, and the next command that I have for you is cd, that is change directory. Okay, so it would basically changes the directory. So let's say in ap289 I have my desktop directory. Okay, so now I want to change to the desktop. So for that I will just type cd, and since desktop is in the ap289, that is my user directory, I will just type the directory name to which I want to change. In this case that is desktop, so just type change directory, that is cd, and the directory name, and press enter. And now you can see that I am in my desktop directory, and inside the desktop directory, which directories do we have? If you want to know that, just type the dir command for directory, and in here you can see that we have bunch of directories given here. Okay, we have code block, desktop.ini, we have a directory named as dkd, Microsoft Edge, my project, owl carousel. The video I have made on my YouTube channel, you can watch that. I will give the link in the description. That is a very good plugin. And other than that, we have PopSQL, Visual Studio Code, and WordWave antivirus, and your project name folder. Okay, so if I show you in here, you can see the bunch of directories that are in here in our desktop. We have my project, your project, Visual Studio Code that I just listed. Okay, and now the another command that we have is md, that stands for make directory. Okay, and what it does, it will create a directory, a folder for you. So for that, first let me go to my F drive. So for that, just type F and these two dots, I don't know what that is called, and press enter. And now we are in our F drive. So let me navigate through this too. Now in here as well, we are in our F drive, that is empty. Okay, and in here I want to create a folder, a directory. So for that, just type md for make directory, and also you can type mkdir, the both does the same. So I will go with md, and the directory name that you want to create. In this case, I will name it my directory and press enter, and it will create a folder for us. Let me show you. Here you can see now our F drive is not empty anymore. We have a folder which is obviously empty. Okay, since it is empty, now it's time to have some files inside of it. So how do we create files? Okay, any type of extension. So for that, we have a command to create files. Okay, so I want to create my files inside my directory folder that we have just created in F drive. Okay, so for that, to create file in my my directory folder, I will first have to navigate to the my directory folder or to change the directory. So for that, type cd and the directory name that you want to change to, and in this case it is my direct, oh, let me spell it correctly now. And now we are inside of our my directory folder. Okay, and now since we are inside of it, we can create as many as files you want. So first let me create a text file inside of this my directory folder. So for that we have a command that is type null forward arrow key and the file name. So I will type the file name as my file, and extension will be of type text. The file will be of the type text, and press enter. Now it will create a file inside my directory by the name of my file, which is of text type. So let me show you. If I go to my directory, now you can see that we have our my file. Okay, and it will, okay, so let me show you again. To open it, my file, we don't have anything, any content inside of my file. So it basically, this type null command will basically create a file that will be empty. Okay, but if you want to have some initial content while you are creating the file, you can do that as well. So for that we have another command, that is copy con and the file name that you want to create. So I will create my file 2 in this case .txt and press enter, and as soon as you press enter, it will ask you for some content, some text inside it. So I will just type hello world, famous line for programmers, and after typing your text, you just need to press Ctrl Z and enter, and now you have a file by the name of my file 2 inside your my directory folder, and that file is having some texts inside of it. Let me show you from. Okay, so if we go to my file 2 and open it, we can see that we have hello world written inside of my file 2. Okay, so we have another way of creating a file. Okay, that is cd dot forward arrow key, and for this time I'm naming the file as my file 3.txt. so it will also create an empty file that I show you with type null. So it will also create empty file. Let me show you again. So you can see now we have 3 files inside of our my directory folder, and in which 2 are empty, and in one we have some content inside that. Okay, so till now we have created a directory, and in that directory we have created 3 text file inside of that, in which one is having text. And if you want to show the text in command prompt itself, we can do that as well. You don't need to open your Notepad application for that. Just type and the file name, since we have only one folder in which we have text, and that is my file 2.txt. so just type type and the file name that you want to show the text of, and press enter, and it will show you the text inside that. Okay, that is hello world. Okay, and now if you want to open any file in Notepad from your command prompt, we can do that as well. You don't need to do it manually by pressing it. You don't need to do that. We can do it from our command prompt itself. So for opening any file in Notepad, you just have to type Notepad, the application name, and the text file that you want to open. So let me open my file .txt that we have no content inside it. Press enter. Now it will open the file for you in Notepad, and now we can have some text, like I am typing hello there, how are you. Okay, and for save, just type and press Ctrl S, and your file will be saved, and cancel here. Okay, so yes, if you want to open any file inside of your Visual Studio Code, we can do that as well. You just have to type here code instead of Notepad and the file name. Now I'm opening the same file again and press enter. It will open Visual Studio Code for you, and in here you can see that we have our hello there, how are you written here. Okay, let me cancel it. So this is how you can open any file in Visual Studio Code. And now let me first clear the screen. So just type CLS, it will clear the screen for you. And now we are in our my directory, and in my directory we have 3 text files. And let's say I don't like the my directory name anymore. I want to change the name from my directory to, let's say, your directory. How can we change the name or rename any directory? So for that you just have to run a command that is REN or RENAME, rename itself. So for that we'll have to first go to our F drive, our step backward. So for going a step backward, you just have to type CD and 2 dots, and now we will reach to our F drive. Okay, we have gone a step backward. Okay, now let me clear the screen again. So now we are in our F drive, and in F drive we have my directory as a directory name, and I want to rename it to your directory. So how can we do that? Just type REN or RENAME, whatever you want. I'm going with REN and the directory name that you want to change. Okay, so in this case the directory is the only directory that we have in our F drive, which is my directory, and the name to which you want to change it. So I want it to change to your directory. Okay, and press enter. Now we have successfully changed the directory name from my directory to your directory. Let me show you in here. Now you can see that is no anymore my directory. Now it is all your directory. Okay, and we have all the same files inside of it. So this is how we can change any directory name or rename it. Okay, so yes, if you are liking the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Now let's move forward. Now the next command that we have is copy. Let's say you have a directory, and in that directory you have some subdirectory or some text files, and you want it, and you want that text files to copy from that directory to another directory. How can we perform that task? We can perform that task with copy command. Okay, so for that, let me create another directory by the name of let me create another directory as your directory 2 in our F drive. So we can see in here we have two directory now. One is your directory and the another one is your directory 2. And what I want is I want to copy all the text files that are present in your directory to your directory 2. How can we do that? So for that, just run the command copy and the directory name from where you want to copy. In this case, the name is your directory, and to whom you want to copy, and we want to copy it to your directory 2. And once you write that command, press enter. We can see that it is showing some notifications. You can say that my file.txt, my file2.txt, and my file3.txt. 3 files have been copied from your directory to your directory 2. Let me show you from here as well. You can see that we have all these 3 files present here now in your directory 2. Okay, so that's how we can perform the copy operation. Let's say you want to copy the files present in your directory to E drive. How can we do that? So for that, you just need to type copy and the directory from which you want to copy, and in this case we have directory, your directory. We can go with your directory 2 as well, not problem. And now we want to copy it to our E drive. So I will just type E and these 2 dots, I don't know what those dots are called, and press enter. It is showing you the information that 3 files have been copied successfully. My file 2, my file 3. Okay, and how would I know that the 3 files have been copied from my from your directory that is present in F drive to E drive? Because we have copied to E drive now. Okay, so for that, let me first clear the screen and let me list the directory. So for that, I will just type dir and the location of which I want to list the directory of. In this case, that is of E drive. We have bunch of directories present in here. Let me show you directory of your work. Yeah, here you can see that we have my file 2 and my file 3 copied here successfully. Okay, now again let me clear the screen. So, and there is a problem with the copy command, that let me show you. For that, I will have to create a directory, a subdirectory inside our your directory. So let me do that. So first go to your directory by typing change directory to your directory, and inside your directory let me create a subdirectory, and I will name it as inside your directory. Okay, and let me go to inside your directory. Now we are in our subdirectory that is present in your directory, and in here let me create a text file. So I will just type cd dot forward arrow key. You can create text file by any method. I just show you 3 methods of creating file. So I am going with one, that is cd dot forward arrow key, and the file name I am giving it inside file.txt. I am creating a text file. Press enter. Let me show you from here. In your directory we have a inside directory, and in here we have inside file, which is empty for now. And if you want to have some text inside it, you can do that from your command prompt. Yes, you can do that. For that you just need to type echo and the text. So for now I'm typing text as some text inside sub directory file, and after typing the text you just need to type forward arrow key and the file name in which you want to have the text that you have just written, you have just typed. So I want to have those texts in our inside file.text file. Okay, now if I show you, we have some text inside subdirectory file. Okay, and let me clear this up. I will show you how to clear all the files from command prompt as well, but for now let me clear from here. Okay, so the scenario is that in your directory we have 3 text files and a subdirectory, and in that subdirectory we have another text file by the name of inside file, and we want to do like we want to copy all these files, all these directories, subdirectories to your directory 2, which is empty for now. So now I am in my F drive, and as I told you that we want to copy all the directories from your directory to your directory 2. So if I run the copy command, let me show you. Copy the directory name from which you want to copy, that is your directory, and to which, that is your directory 2, and press enter. Yes, we have a problem in here. It is only copying the text files, not the subdirectory. Okay, let me show you from here as well. We have only text files, but we have a subdirectory inside your directory. We have it, the command haven't copied that, and we need to copy all the directories and text files obviously from one directory to another, and the copy command is unable to do that for us. So we have a great alternative for copy, that is xcopy. So let me first clear the screen and also remove all these files from in here. And now if I type X, copy the directory name from which we want to copy, that is your directory to which you want to copy, that is your directory to, and with that you have to type /s, that stands for subdirectory. So it will basically copy the subdirectory as well. Now if you press enter, so now you can see that we have copied all this text file, but with that we have copied the subdirectory that is inside your directory as well. So let me show you that from here. If we open our your directory tool, we can see that we have these 3 text files, and with that we have the subdirectory, and inside that we have a text file. Okay, so although the X copy without the parameter means this /s does the same as copy, but as soon as we add this /s parameter, we can copy the subdirectories as well. But the question is, how did I know that we have some parameters like that? So to know all the parameters, properties, what the command do, all the information, if you want that help about that command, you just need to type the command name, and I'm typing the command name as xcopy and / and a question mark, and if you press enter, it will give you the whole list of the parameters that you can pass with xcopy. You can see that xcopy source destination, definitely the source from where and the destination to which. Now we can pass this bunch of parameters, and also we can have more than one parameters at a time. So in this case we use this /s parameters, and that is in here. Okay, this /s, and you can see it clearly says copies directories and subdirectories except empty ones. So you have to make sure that you have some content inside that directory. The directory should not be empty. That's why I created a text file inside of that subdirectory by the name of inside subdirectory text file, something like that. Don't know now, don't remember that. Okay, and also we have given a bunch of parameters that you can explore on your own. I don't have that much of time to show you all the parameters. Okay, so that was it with our copy and xcopy. And now let me clear the screen, and also let me remove all these things from in here, because I want this directory to be empty so that I can show you all the operations. And now the next command that I have for you is move. Let's say you don't want to copy, you just want to move. How can we do that? So for that, just type move the directory name from where you want to copy. In this case we have your directory from where you want to copy and to which, that is your directory 2. Press enter, and now it will copy all the directories from your directory to your directory 2. Let me show you. You can see that we have your directory 2, and inside your directory we have moved the your directory, and inside your directory we have all these directories and files. Okay, so this is how we can move the directories from one location to another. Okay, so let me show you that. And now the next command that we have is tree. So it will basically display the directory structure of a path or the disk in a drive graphically. And let me say you that it is very useful command if you want to see the structure of your directory graphically. Let me show you how this works, but before that I will have to create a complex directory, and I will create that in our F drive. So for that, first, and with that you can have your all those previous commands recall. So first I'll create a directory in F folder that will be name of project, and let me go to the project by tapping change directory, and now I am in my project directory. I can show you we have project directory in here, and in the project directory I want to create a subdirectory by the name of markup. And now let me go to this markup directory. It says a subdirectory or file already for changing the location we need to tap cd, not md. Okay, my fault. And now we are in our markup, and in here I want to create a text file. So for that let me create an empty text file. For that I will have index.html. Let me show you from here that what have we done till now. We have a project directory. Inside project directory we have markup, and inside markup we have a file index.html. Okay, so let me first create the screen, and now repeat the same process again for our style directory that we will create now. So for that let me go one step backward. For that cd double dot. Now we are in our project directory, and in here I want to create a style subdirectory as we created the markup subdirectory. And let me go to the style, and in style just like markup I want to create a text file by the extension, not a text file but a file by the extension .css. So naming, so for create directory I will tap cd dot forward arrow key and the file name, that is style.css. Now we have created a file successfully, and let me go backward. By the way, if you want to go to the root directory, because it is hierarchical, if you can see, we have first F, and in F drive we have project, and in project drive we have style. So if we want to go to the root directory, that is in this case F, just tap cd and forward slash and press enter. It will reach you to the root directory directly. You don't need to tap cd double dot again and again. Okay, and in here if I type tree, and press enter, it would show you the tree structure. As I told you what it does, you can see we have in here two directories. One is project that we have just created and one is your directory 2, and you can see that it is showing the tree like graphical structure. That first is project, and inside that project directory we have two subdirectory. One is markup and one is style, and inside the F drive we have another directory by the name of your directory, and inside your directory we have a subdirectory that is your directory. Okay, and inside that directory we have another subdirectory that is inside your directory. Okay, but there is a problem with it. Although it is showing all the tree like structure, graphical structure, whatever you say, but it is not showing us the files that are present inside our subdirectories. That in this case markup, we have a file by the name of index.html and it is not showing that, and by default it won't show. To show all the files as well, we have to type tree, and with that / and F, and if we press enter, you can see that now we have all our files listed as well. In markup we have index.html, in style we have style.css, and in your directory we have a subdirectory by the name of your directory, and inside this subdirectory we have 3 text files, and inside your directory 2 we have another subdirectory by the name of inside your directory, and inside your directory we have a text file that is inside file.txt. So it is so useful if you want to have some graphical view of your folder structure, because sometimes it is really hard to remember all the structures that you created inside your folder, and by this tree command you can have all your tree like structure in front of you. Okay, and now the next command that I want to show you guys is like we have created the directory. Now it's time to delete some directories. How can we do that? For that we have a command that is rd or rmdir, that stands for remove directory. So let me show you what I want to do. Like we have this project directory inside of our F drive, okay, and I want to remove it. I don't want it anymore. I just want to delete it. How can we do that? Just run the command that is rd or rmdir. I'm going with rd, and with that type the directory name. In this case that is project, okay, and press enter. But there is a problem. It is saying that the directory is not empty. So by default remove directory command won't delete any directory that is not empty. It will only perform on empty directories. So now how can we remove or delete a directory that have some files, some subdirectories inside it? So for that you just need to type. So first let me clear the screen and type the same command rd project, and with that add a parameter as well, and the parameter is /s, that stands for subdirectory. So it will remove the subdirectories as well. It is forcing remove directory to remove the subdirectories that are present in project folder or directory. And if we press enter, it will ask you, project, are you sure? I'm very sure. I will just type Y for yes and press enter. And now if I show the directory of 4F, we have only one directory, that is your directory 2. We have now get rid of project directory. We don't have that directory anymore. Okay, so this is how we can remove the directories. So now, as we have deleted our directory, it's time to delete the file. So now, will the remove directory command that works for removing the folder or deleting the folder work same as if we want to remove or delete the file? So for that, first we'll have to create a file. We have not any file present in here in our F drive. So first let me create a file. So let me create a text file with some text inside it. Okay, so for that I will type copy con the file name. I'm giving the file as file name my file, and it is of type text. Okay, and press enter and write the text. I'm typing hello there, I'm using cmd. Press Ctrl Z and enter. Now we have a text file, and inside the text file we have hello there, I'm using cmd written. Let me show you from here. Okay, although we could show that from here, whatever the text written, just type my file.txt as I showed you earlier. Okay, and now let me clear the screen, and now I want to delete this text file. Let's try it with the remove directory. So just type remove directory and the file name, that is my file.txt. Let's see what it does. It says that the directory name is invalid. It won't delete any file. It would only work on folders. So to delete a file, let me first clear the screen. So to delete a file, we have a command, that is delete or erase. So if I type anything, like I'm going with erase and the file name, in this case that is my file.txt, and press enter, it would delete the file from that F drive. And let me list the directories that are present in F drive. You can see we have now get rid of that my file. We have only the your directory. Okay, and now let's say I don't want to this your directory as well. So for that, as I show you the command, that is remove directory and the directory name, and make sure that you are including /s, because it won't work if the file is not empty. Okay, and press enter. Yes, I am very sure, and it will delete your directory folder, your directory 2 folder as well. And if I list the directory, you can see that we don't have anything. It says file don't found, file not found, And now let me first clear the screen, and also let me tell you that the commands that we use in our command prompt are all case insensitive. Like we can use either uppercase, lowercase, whatever we want to use. Okay, if we type CLS, it will work the same. If we type CLS, it will work the same. Okay, it won't get you any error. Okay, and the next command that we have is date. Nowadays everyone forget the date, so I have come up with a command that will remember you the date, what date it is. So for that, just type let me show you with the capital. Just type date. As I told you that it and all commands are case insensitive. You can use either uppercase, lowercase, whatever you want. So I'm typing just date in uppercase and press enter, and it will give you the current date. And you can set the date as well. I don't want to do that in this case. I will just press enter. Okay, so that's how you can use the date command. And next we have a command that will be very useful, customizing your command prompt. That you can change basically your foreground color. By the foreground color I mean the text color that you have writing with. Okay, that is currently in white. So to change the text color or font color, whatever you say, just type color and the color number. And how would I know what color number are given? So for that you just need to type help. You just need to ask for the help with color. So I show you earlier how to ask for help. Just type / and the question mark, press enter. Now you can see that we have given a bunch of color options: 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 for aqua, 4 for red, 5 for purple, 6 for yellow, 7 for white, although we are using white right now, 8 for gray, 9 for light blue, F for bright white, light yellow with E. So let me have some color. So I will just type color and the color name or code in this case. If I want it to change the font color to, let's say, red, and red is with 4, so I will just type 4 and press enter. Now our font color has been changed. Okay, so this is how you can change the color. Okay, let me first clear it. Okay, so I want to show you another command. Like you have been seeing that my F folder is empty, but it is not empty. I have just hide the folders, the directories inside it. And how did I do that? I just typed for attribute and +H +S +H for hide +S for subdirectories, and press enter. What it would do, it would hide the directories present in here. Since I don't have any directory to show now, although I have hide those directories, but to only show you how can we perform the attribute +H +S command, let me create a directory, text file. I'm naming it my file.txt. And now if I run the dir command, we can see that we have our my file.txt present inside our directory, inside our F drive. Okay, and now I want to hide it. Just type attrib plus h plus s. It would hide this file. How? Let me first clear the screen and again list the directories. Now you can see that it is saying file not found, although we have created the file by the name of myfile.txt. We have just hide those files. And if you want to show the files, the directories again, we can just run the command with minus sign. Yes, instead of plus we can just type minus h and minus s, and now if I list the directory, you can see that I had that much of directories present in there. Let me show you from here as well, that you can see that I am in my F drive and I have that bunch of my YouTube related work present in here that I have just hide it from you guys. Okay, and now here we also have my file that we had just created, okay. So let me first clear the screen and also change the color to 3, and now 3 looks good. Okay, so the last command I would say is exit. You don't need to press this cancel button here or the close button. You can just type exit to exit your command prompt and press enter. It would exit you from the command prompt. Okay, but hold on, I have one more command that would be very useful for you. Let me again open the command prompt by Windows R. Let me maximize it and let me change the color. I think that blue color was great. Okay, and the next command and the final command that I have is, you don't need to shut down your computer by just manually going to start menu and shut down. You can shut down your computer from here as well. So just type shut down, and what options we have given in here, what parameters to show that, just type / and the question mark. We have given this much of command in here, you can see, but for shutdown you just need to type this /s. It will shut down the computer. And if you want also to set a time in which your system will get shut down, you can set that as well. Okay, so to set the time, here you have given the /t parameter. It will set the timeout period before shutdown to the second that we will provide, that you will type. The valid range is given 10 years. Can you believe that? And with a default of 30. So by that mean, if you don't assign that parameter, that t parameter, it would shut down your computer in 30 seconds. And if you don't want to shut down but to restart, we have also a parameter that is /r, that will full shut down and restart the computer. And that was all main parameters. You can although explore all the parameters on your own. So let me first clear the screen, and for shutdown just type shutdown /s for actual shutdown. I don't want to restart the computer again. And let me set the time as 5 seconds. And now if I press enter, believe me, it would shut down my system. And if I do that, I would lose my all recordings that I can't afford right now. But you can try that on your own. I can't press enter, sorry, I'll have to backspace. Okay, so that I show you all the Windows command prompt commands. I think I covered more than 20. I don't remember although. So this was it for the tutorial. I hope you would have liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I will catch up with you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.